Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hakim Zainal, and our topic today is cortisol. What is cortisol? The term cortisol is frequently used to mean either any cortisonoid or hydrocortisone, which is in fact cortisol. Many who speak of receiving a cortisone shot or taking cortisone are more likely receiving hydrocortisone or one of many other, much more potent synthetic corticosteroids. Furthermore, cortisone can be administered as a product, meaning it has to be converted by the body, specifically liver, converting it into cortisol. After administration, to be effective, it is used to treat a variety of ailments and can be administered intravenously, orally, intraarticulatorily, into joint, or transcutaneously. Other than that, cortisol suppresses various elements of the immune system, thus reducing inflammation and attendant pain and swelling. And lastly, risk exists, in particular in the long-term use of cortisones. However, using cortisone only results in very mild activity, and very often more potent steroids are used instead. That's all from me, and we go to the next part.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amir Safwan, and today I will talk about solution of high cortisol. So as we know that cortisol is a chemical reaction that happening in someone's body when they are having stress or something that made them feel nervous. Doctor and mental experts have said that cortisol hormone is sometimes will bring a bad impact into someone's body like obese, and sometimes if the person having a symptom with high cortisol, it can cause osteoporosis or high blood sugar. So, we know that doctor treatment is a good thing to do if the high cortisol happening. If the sometimes cortisol can make tumor develop in someone's body, so we need to use radiation if the condition is due to a tumor, or we can use chemotherapy if the condition due to a tumor or causing a cancer. Also, we can use a cortisol reducing medication if the level of cortisol is high. Cortisol reducing medication is a pill, or we can use an injection. So we know that cortisol is all about stress. So we need to manage our stress. How to manage our stress? Try to avoid exposure to upsetting news stories or social media, television, and newspaper. Other than that, eat nutritious and balanced diet. Try stress reduction technique such as deep breath and stretching or meditation. That's all from me. Thank you.
So in my part, I'm going to talk about the description about cortisol hormone and how it related to stress. So what is cortisol hormone? Cortisol is a glucocorticoid hormone that your adrenal glands that sit on top of each kidney produce and release. So it is nature's built-in alarm system. It works with certain part of our brain to control your mood, motivation, and fear. Cortisol has many important functions, acting on many different parts of our body. Firstly, it can help our body respond to stress or danger. Secondly, increase our body metabolism of glucose. Thirdly, control our blood pressure, and lastly, reduce inflammation. Cortisol is also needed for the fight or flight response, which is our healthy natural response to perceived threats. The amount of cortisol produced is controlled by our body to ensure the balance is correct. Okay, next, why does cortisol hormone normally called a stress hormone? As we know, cortisol is a hormone that works with certain part of our brain to control our mood, motivation, and fear. When we go back to the definition of stress, stress can be defined as a state of worry or mental tension caused by a difficult situation. So stress is caused by the way our brain keep worrying about certain things. So it are related to each other. Normal level of cortisol also are released when you wake up in the morning or exercise. So now we know why enough sleep is important to prevent us from stress, and it goes the same way to the exercise. When the level of cortisol hormone is not stable in our body, it can cause stress. This is because cortisol hormone are the one that lead to the stress. Finally, how does cortisol make the stress? This is the process. When the adrenal glands release cortisol into your bloodstream, the hormone triggers a flood of glucose that supplies an immediate energy source to your large muscles. It also inhibits insulin production, so the glucose won't be stored, but will be available for immediate use. When the blood sugar levels increase, insulin typically help the cells convert glucose to energy. As your pancreas struggles to keep up with the high demand of insulin, glucose level in your blood remain high and your cells don't get the sugar they need to perform at their best. So it goes the same way to the people. So when people cannot perform at their best, that's the one that cause stress.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ashmar Zamil bin Nur Abdul Rahman. I will continue for the next part, that is the effect of cortisol hormone. Understanding the natural stress response. Cortisol, the primary stress hormone, increase sugars, that is glucose, in the bloodstream. It has your brain's use of glucose and increase the availability of substance that repair tissues. Cortisol also curbs functions that will be non-essential or harmful in a fight or flight situation. It alters immune system responses and suppresses the digestive system, the reproductive system, and the growth processes. This complex natural alarm system also communicates with the brain regions that control mood, motivation, and fear. What will happen when the natural stress responses goes wild? The body's stress response system is usually self-limiting. Once a perceived threat is passed, hormone levels return to normal. As adrenaline and cortisol level drops, your heart rate and blood pressure return to baseline level, and other systems resume their regular activities. But when stresses are always present and you constantly feel under attack, that fight or flight reaction stays turned on. The long-term activation of the stress response system and overexposure to cortisol and other stress hormones that follows and can disrupt almost all your body's processes. This puts you at increased risk of many health problems, including anxiety, depression, digestive problems, headaches, muscle tension and pain, heart disease, heart attack, high blood pressure, and stroke, sleep problems, weight gain, memory, and concentration impairment. That's all from me. Thank you.